What's up everyone, Blade here, and welcome to another video of Duet Night Abyss. Inside today's video, guys, we're going to be going ahead and doing a Lisbell build here, which is something a little bit newer, seeing that we have not renewed our build ever since the beginning of the game. So now that I'm starting to finally be able to branch out and do some other characters here, she's going to be the first one on my radar, seeing I really do love her playstyle. So if you guys are interested in this video, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and let's dive straight into it as always. So this is one of the few characters that quite literally, if you're new at anything, you will be able to build and she will actually freaking perform. I finally got her built up to at least a decent degree. We are missing some things with her skills, which you guys will see very soon, but she definitely does a ton of damage. I think the only thing that I have a problem with her so far is a little bit of sanity, but even with that in mind, she still does way too freaking much, especially when this girl pulls out Excalibur, which we will show later on down the line. But going ahead and jumping straight into the meat and potatoes, let's check out the demon wedges. So I have her mainly on just a straight up just damage build, all the attack you can give yourself with the amount of at least scorches that we do have here being 4 whole scorches, 1 volition allowing us to get some HP and skill damage out of this, wildfire, which is giving us of course the attack, the skill damage, and the skill range, seeing that the longer we can actually hit people at a different meter, it will end up allowing us to proc out our duel, making us deal even more damage. And then of course we have morale. Now morale is the only one that you could very well swap out with a different one just yet. I'm using prime morale on her anyways because she will be at pretty much full health, so she will need this scaling here. And then her teammates are going to have usually like serenity, so the sanity side she won't particularly need that on her, so I gave her this instead to pretty much just kind of balance that. Now this is more of a bossing set, I guess you could say, because of the dual siding of things, but with the way that she treats mobs and the way that she can deal just crazy amount of damage, you can technically use it for mobbing as well. Just keep them at an arm's length and you're able to just bash as many people up as possible and get some crazy damage markers. But the weapon I'm using is going to be the Wayne Wraith, which should be right here. This one gives us a 24% skill damage, and we double down on that skill damage by using GUIXU. Now the weapon I really do want, I have not grinded, it is a weekly weapon unfortunately, and that's going to be this one, which is the Ratchet. The only problem with this guy is it does of course take me to weekly grind. The good part about it is when you do shoot the buzzsaws, they are going to stay on the field for a while, right? So whenever you're doing these buzzsaws, they will actually build up her combo level, and it can easily make her stay in a S factor for a very long time. I do want to just go ahead and just try to grind this up. I might end up buying it, I don't really know. Not sure if I'm investing into this character enough to actually go ahead and buy a weapon for like I think the 3rd time in this game. So yeah, I don't think I really want to do that just yet, but do know this is the intended weapon that I would love to use for her. In mind, the Geniemon that we're going ahead and using is this guy right here called the Ball Bee, mainly because we're getting Lumino damage, which is always great, and it also increases our skill damage. Plus of course, if we do have a Lumino combat partner, we're getting some lovely stats off of that, which is always great to see. Now this character does work in very specific ways. Her skills for me, I only have at level 6 because of course I did not grind any further for this, or I guess I could say I did grind, but we all know who stole all of those mats right there. So I have to get more mats up anyways for this character to really get her to a level 8 buff and everything, but she still does more than enough. So what we got on her right now, the main thing I would say a lot of you guys should prioritize is going to be the That It move here, mainly because this is going to be her Samio move. She transforms her sword into her Constance weapon, which is the main way you're going to be attacking. This is going to allow you to do some crazy damage that's just going to scale like insanely high, and then you're just going to be able to kill anything in front of your face. This is also going to give you somewhat a little bit more combo points whenever you're using it. See, not only we have a larger range, but it also does generate combo points even faster. So it's going to be great. But her main thing that's generating combo points is obviously that charge up move, aka Excalibur here, which is just going to allow you to deal some crazy damage, seeing that all her damage is coming from that stinking smackdown. But next thing that we're going to go ahead and pay attention to is going to be her passive, which is this one pretty much tells you that she has a combo level. The higher your combo level is, the more damage you will deal. Pretty much all you got to get from this is you hit S, you do big PP damage. You don't hit S, you deal some damage, but it's not going to be insanely crazy. Then we have of course her damaging move, which is her E skill. This skill honestly isn't that bad. I somewhat use it for gathering, but it doesn't fully gather. It's more like I'm forcefully moving the mugs out the way, and to a degree it does work. To be honest, it does a little bit of AoE damage, but it's just not anything that you're going to be using for prime damage. If anything, I would use it more of a dodging skill, especially when you're dealing with a lot of hoarded mobs or anything, or trying to dodge a very hard hit that's coming from a boss. That's usually why I use it, or I use it more as a combo extender. So do keep that in mind. No, it does not provide any combo, but being able to drag the enemy into a actual just basic attack can very well help you on that damage. So we finally got her a little bit decently built here, and the two characters that we're going to be using alongside of her is going to be obviously our Fox Hunter, which I do have all 8s right now, except I haven't gotten the last 2 over here. And then we are using Truffle for our lovely heals and buff, which is always freaking great. Both of these characters, I will be doing a build guide on them very soon, so look forward to that. Truffle, you guys have seen her build multiple times, but I'll go ahead and flash the build once again here. You want to go ahead and copy it, it's going to look something like this. And then for our Fox Hunter, we are also using Serenity on him. I know it does not stack, but I just have not been able to change them just yet for something a little bit better. They're both using this, so you can very well copy these dudes, but our main focus is on Lisbell. So Lisbell herself is a very interesting character. She can do one-on-ones pretty darn well. She can also do mobbing pretty darn well. So we're going to try to test both of them in this video here. We're going to do one that is mainly just 2 enemies to really have that dual proc, and then we're going to do one where there is a ton of enemies. Now I did do this before and I put them at 180, and then the mugs kind of punched me in my face and I went night. So we're not going to do that, seeing that she's a melee character. I'm going to put them to 120 and hopefully we don't get cooked up. Now the things that I do want to go ahead and fight are these big dudes, but if I'm being dead honest, it might be a little bit better so these guys can move towards us a little bit quicker. So let's do 2 of them first and bring them on there. And actually there's 3 of them right there because they do have a scout with them. But let's just kill you guys off. I don't really want to deal with that. Let's do this. Boom, boom. Spawn these dudes on up. 120 and spawn them. So she does well inside of a solo way of just 2 people, but she also does insanely well when there's mobs. So first things first, you're gonna end up popping this 90% of the time. It doesn't matter, or heck, 100% of the time. And during this point, this is where the magic happens. So you're already getting some decent damage markers, and it's just all gonna be coming for her stinking what's it called? Her main just smash down and her combo level. But the thing I like to do with her is I always use her air skill. And that's because it allows her to actually go ahead and get her combo up pretty darn quick when there's mobs all the way around. And it does deal a smash effect or a splash damage effect to some degree. So I usually make fun of, or at least make use of, that entire huge little smash down. And versus enemies like this, it does keep them in the air. So it's always cool. But once we of course get to a decent degree, we go ahead and charge up and deal some crazy damage. Now for Fox Hunter, the issue with him is I did decrease his skill range here, so obviously you do have to kind of stick on him. I don't think it's the hardest thing, especially if mobs are coming towards you, but if you're a person like me who really don't want to get hit too much, it can be a little bit of a problem. Now she does deal damage at all different combo levels. You're usually going to be dealing it anyways, and you can tell that she just does damage when she wants to freaking do damage anyways. But one of the cool things about this character is with the damage that she's able to deal, she's able to also do it in mass. So let's go ahead and showcase this off real quick. And we're going to do 120 once again, even though they kind of got slammed up right there, which I was not expecting. We're going to go ahead and summon like 15 of these dudes, or you know what? Let's do a more realistic number. Do like 10, right? 10 of these dudes on over here. And all you got to do is just go into this, or I guess we have our buff right here. So boom, boom, keep getting hits in, drag them if you really want to, and just continuously do what you want to do with this. So as you can see, we're getting the AoE little hits, so we're able to of course get our combo level back up here as fast as possible. Let's see if we can drag them on back over, and with us nearly hitting S, we can go ahead and do our charge right here. Builds up our combo, boom, deal some decent damage immediately and keep on going. This character is very hyper focused on moving around and just getting a ton of damage off. So the more you can just sit here and just bash everything in your way, keep moving as much as possible, the more damage you're going to get off very quickly and easily at that too. So charge on back up, boom, slam down, and that was just an A hit, and we're still able to deal some crazy damage, which is freaking great to see. Now, there are other ways to build her, but I think this is probably the best way that I enjoy playing her the most. It gives me more of that lovely smash damage that I am looking forward to, while also still allowing me to somewhat fend for myself on HP. But it honestly just depends on how you really want to play it. I will be trying to revise this build even more so as days do come on, but for now, I think this is the best way I like play her, which is always great. But the only downside is watch out for your sanity, because she will of course take down her own sanity, which is why you kind of want to not spam your E too much here. But even with that in mind, you can still just use the basic hit or do just slam downs, in which you could try yourself to also helix jump into the slam down, because then, you know, you got some movement in there as well, which is always great. And I think that's actually a cool thing. I know my friend showed me that as well. It was freaking cool. But love this character so far. I think this is a really interesting unit that you guys are going to enjoy building. You can use it early game, mid game, and in game, and it's only going to get better from here. So if you guys did enjoy the video, please do smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. It really does help me out a lot. And maybe in the next video, we'll actually have some more gameplay to go through. But till then, everybody, stay safe, stay sharp.